Hello and welcome to Dingoes Ate My Podcast. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
I'm Justin.
And I have bad news. We're all doomed.
It's the apocalypse again?
We're doomed!
Gosh. Haven't had one of these in a while. Gosh.
A couple episodes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so this episode originally aired January 18th, 2000. The first episode of the Millennium.
Yeah.
Millennium?
Yeah. It's a Will Smith joke.
Oh, it's
He released an album called The Millennium. Never mind.
Oh.
Yay.
I didn't listen to that one.
It's not the worst thing, but around that time...
Okay, Justin, how many Will Smith albums have you listened to? I'll wait.
Was that one with Wild Wild West?
I don't think that actually made an album.
I think that was a single.
Yeah.
Keep going, name a few others.
I don't know.
The only other one is the opening song for his show.
Oh,
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
yeah.
Typical.
There.
You could have also gone with the Men in Black song.
Oh, yeah,
True.
Men in Black song.
Men in Black 2.
I don't think he had a song for Independence Day, but that's not what we're talking about anyways. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
let's
close to
get-
Independence Day, but it's the apocalypse again. Let's get back on topic.
Yeah.
I was having a pretty good time with the Will Smith chat, but okay.
Let's move on.
So, in this episode, Buffy and Riley finally talk. Sort of.
Yeah.
But
As much as Riley wants to tell Buffy who he really is, he can't. But Buffy is able to guess based on the evidence of the past several weeks and her not being a moron.
Yeah, that's true.
Riley is amazed by her talents and abilities, but when she confesses that she is the Slayer, he doesn't know what that is. Somehow, he works for a government agency that deals in supernatural bullshit, and they don't know what a Slayer is.
And apparently everyone at that agency thinks it's a fairy tale, even though they're just dealing with a bunch of monsters.
And
Okay.
for some reason, they don't bother touching upon the actual organization that works with the Slayers, or the actual organization is so good that they keep it a secret from those sort of military people.
They probably think it's like a cult or something.
Who knows? An earthquake hits, and although it is mild, the memory of the last earthquake in Sunnydale disturbs Buffy. Because, the whole dying thing.
Yeah.
As Ender cleans up some of the earthquake damage, he tells Spike that if he's living there, he has to do some of the housework. 10 on 10. Willow checks in with Buffy and informs her of the aftershock party. The aftershock party that is taking place in one of the dorm buildings that lost power. Buffy goes to Giles, fearing that the world is going to come to an end, but he dismisses her worries, thinking that the earthquake was just a normal California occurrence.
I mean,
Giles.
it can be, but this is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Giles, this is Sunnydale, and you live over the Hellbound. Where is your head?
No, I mean, it's California. Mind you, I'd be terrified of any earthquake in California.
Yeah.
Like, oh dear God, it's the big one. We're all gonna die. Anyway, Riley pumps Forrest for information on the Slayer, which Forrest thinks is just a myth that monsters made up to scare their children?
I don't think demons technically have children, and even if they do, I
They do.
don't think it's a case of having them fear certain things.
They do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we're going to touch on that in Buffy, but it definitely comes up in Angel. A demon goes berserk and attacks Riley and Forrest. They manage to subdue it and wonder at the strange activity their demonic captives have been exhibiting since the earthquake. Dun dun dun. At the party, Willow sees Percy, whom she tutored in high school. Laurie, Percy's date, objects to his talking to Willow and suggests that they go somewhere else. Meanwhile, a guy mixing drinks in one of the dorm rooms has his throat slit by a large demon because he really sucks at mixing drinks. That might not be the actual reason, but it's why I would have killed him.
Well, you obviously can't mix drinks anymore.
But he was just pouring shit at random. There was no skill involved.
If it's a crazy college party and you're drunk, you don't exactly have the knowledge to keep for mixing those sorts of drinks.
Maybe the demon did him a favor.
He was making really shitty drinks. Anyway,
Did everyone a favor.
he did. Willow overhears Percy trying to soothe Laurie by describing Willow as an egghead and captain of the Nerd Squad.
Oh no.
Depressed, Willow goes into one of the dorm rooms to lie on a bed, but when the lights come back on, she finds herself next to the body that was mutilated by the demon. Good time.
So yeah, what's worse? Finding yourself next to the dead body or being told that you're captain of the Nerd Squad or something?
I think the more important question is how much on her list of really crazy shit does she find herself in now? Because this isn't the only time, or related to the only time, that she's been in this sort of situation.
Returning home, Xander finds Spike wearing a Hawaiian shirt and shorts because he shrunk his own clothes. This is good.
Vampires don't know how to do laundry.
Also, how do you shrink jeans that much?
It would take a lot of effort.
I don't think he's ever had experience using a wash and dry before.
But still, like, denim doesn't shrink that much, even if you put it in a dryer.
He put it on all the hottest settings.
He put it on max heat for like 12 hours? Like,
Yes.
what the fuck? When Spike tries to threaten him, Xander quickly loses his temper and tears Spike down verbally, harshly informing him that no one is scared of him anymore, and he's not even worth the effort to pummel.
Oh dear.
Man,
Spike is going to be sad.
That's a low blow.
Riley shoots baskets with Forrest and broods about Buffy when Graham walks in and tells them about the murder. Riley orders the others to report to Professor Walsh while he checks on the situation for himself. Willow fills everyone in about the body she found and about Percy talking badly about her. After she shows everyone the symbol carved into the student's chest, Giles says it's definitely the end of the world again. Buffy hunts down this demon and finds it at a mausoleum where it is collecting the bones of a small child. She fights with the demon, but it escapes and she runs into Riley. He tries to convince her to give a relationship between them a chance, but because of all the pain in her past, she tells him no. Research leads them to find that the demon needs the blood of a man, the bones of a small child, and the word of Valios to perform a ritual called the Sacrifice of Three, which will destroy the world. So basically every other Thursday.
Yeah.
Riley talks to his team and sends them out to find and kill the demon. Willow and Xander walk in on Spike trying to kill himself by falling on a stake. Their appearance makes him miss the stake. Pitying him, Willow insists that they take him along, and Xander reluctantly agrees.
You know things are so sad when a vampire tries to stake itself.
It's good. Out on patrol, Buffy runs into Riley again, and they resume their earlier conversation. He tells Buffy that she needs to be more positive, to not look for the bad in every situation. He tells her that he doesn't care about her past, and begs her for just take a chance on him. But she continues to refuse. Later, instead of showing appreciation for their efforts, Spike taunts Willow and Xander about things ranging from their love lives to their uselessness. To Buffy, while they make their way to Giles' apartment. Though Willow and Xander protest his words as untrue, Spike clearly strikes a nerve. Giles discovers that the word of Valios is actually a talisman that he has in his possession. The demons have already made their way into his apartment and beat him before taking the talisman.
Well, nuts.
Gang finds Giles and they head off to the remains of Sunnydale High School after he informs them that the ritual is to open the Hellmouth. The gang makes it to the remains of the library where the three demons are performing the ritual. A fight breaks out and then one of the demons jumps into the Hellmouth, revealing that they are the sacrifice for the ritual. A second demon attacks Spike, after several hits, he finally fights back, realizing that he can hurt demons without the chip hurting him. And he is super stoked about this.
Oh man, super stoked. But sadly so stoked that he goes ahead and throws the second demon into the hole.
Ecstatic about being able to fight again, Spike promptly beats the demon senseless and proceeds to throw it into the Hellmouth. While the rest of the gang escape the building, Riley shows up to help Buffy fight. The third demon makes its way into the Hellmouth and Buffy goes in after it. Thanks to a cable and hook that Riley attached to her belt, Buffy is pulled out of the Hellmouth again with the third demon, and the world is saved.
Hooray!
For now. Afterwards, Riley tries to keep his secret identity, but Buffy's friends pretty much have pretty much figured out who he is, again, because they're not morons.
I just came from paintball. Yeah, paintball.
Riley is legitimately the worst.
It's even surprising that Xander doesn't even fall for any of it.
While Spike evades detection by posing as a friend of Xander's with a bad American accent. Oh yeah.
Yes, I am American person. Yeah.
The next day, Buffy goes to Riley's dorm, where he says he is upset at himself for allowing her and her friends to figure out about him. Telling him that everything will be okay, she kisses him. Back in Xander's basement apartment, Spike is eager for another brawl and tries to persuade Willow and Xander to go out for more demon hunting rather than watching television, but they are disinclined to do so. And that is doomed. It was good.
It turns out the title only kind of vaguely showed things. Like, yeah, there is the chance of doom, but yeah, they saved them, so yeah, it's all good.
So what did you all think of this episode?
It turned out to be a pretty good episode. It had good moments.
It's nice to see Spike happy now.
He's happy because he gets to beat the shit out of people. Well, not people, demons.
At least he can beat the shit out of something.
He's overjoyed.
He does have
He's like, I get to fight.
He has some violent tendencies.
It's like, I can't hurt puny humans, but demons I can beat now.
I love just his sheer excitement. He's like, I'm helping. Like, no, Spike, you done fucked up. Alrighty, so for music in this episode, we have a little bit. We have a song from the band Echo Belly, which, 10 on 10 name. It's called Mouth Almighty. We have a song from the band Helicopters, Hey, and Christoph Beck providing the original score. Ooh. International titles. In French, The End of the World. In German, The Sacrifice of the Three. In Brazilian Portuguese, Predestined, which is pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
In Spain Spanish, The End of the World. And in Latin American Spanish, Condemned. Which I'm in favor of Condemned. I think that's pretty good.
I suppose kind of a little excessive. I was with it, but
I mean, Doomed is a little over the top too, so.
But it's Doom.
Unfortunately, nobody played Doom in this episode.
No one played Doom in this episode.
I don't know if that joke would have hit that much with the particular audience.
I don't know. Doom was a popular game.
Doom was a pretty big game.
True.
And I mean, they are, like, this show is kind of aimed at, like, teenagers and, like, college students.
So, anyone...
They're, like, right in the demographic that would have been playing Doom.
It would be. But this is Doomed.
Close enough.
Doom Ed.
Doom Extreme Edition.
Doom Extreme. Guess it is the end of the 90s, or start of the millennium.
The Willennium.
We're not getting back into this.
Damn it. I just want to talk about Will Smith's rap career.
Can we maybe save it for another episode?
We won't get that opportunity.
Spin-off podcast.
Where I talk about absolutely nothing because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
I'll find the albums. Yes, I win. Anyway, the quote I pulled from this episode is from Spike, because of course it is, because Spike spoke in this episode.
You did?
Very much.
What's this? Sitting around watching the telly while there's evil still afoot? That's not very industrious of you. I say we go out there and kick a little demon ass. What? Can't you go without your Buffy? Is that it? 2 chicken? Let's find her. She's the chosen one after all. Come on. Vampires, grr, nasty. Let's annihilate them for justice and for the safety of puppies and Christmas, right? Let's just fight the evil. Let's kill something. Oh, come on.
Christmas. Puppies.
For the safety of puppies and Christmas was my favorite part. It's just like, the fuck are you talking about, Spike?
So it's a little too excited.
The fact that he can fight at all, I guess.
Because he has issues. Anyway, what did you all think of this episode? Because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree. It had a couple really good moments and sort of working on trying to develop the new relationship that Buffy's getting into.
So, what do you think of Riley? Because we've got a little bit more about Riley, and now Buffy kind of knows his secret.
So
He
does
has-
everyone else.
He has that supposed competence somewhat with the demon hunting and the whatnot, but he's kind of an average college boy of, oh man, I can't really work with girls.
He's kind of like, I think the biggest, and Riley is not a character that, let's just say, the Buffy fandom likes.
I wouldn't be too surprised.
And
Fair.
I think it's mostly because he's so milquetoast. Like, he's
Yeah.
just kind of a guy
Yeah.
who happens to, like, hunt demons, kind of. Because he's...
It's in his credentials.
It's because he works for some shady organization that does it. Anyway, next week we'll be speaking about the episode A New Man. Dun dun dun. Is it a new character? No! In this episode, Rupert Giles, feeling left out, has several drinks with Ethan Rayne.
Oh no.
Ethan's back!
Yay!
Back again!
Oh no.
Bringing the fun. Never mind. When he awakens the next day, he discovers he's been turned into a demon and has to hire Spike to help him.
Oh, more so no.
Mistaking him for a threat, the Initiative and Buffy try to hunt him down. It's 10 on 10.
Hooray.
Giles is a demon.
Why is it that Giles makes friends with terribly horrible people?
Well,
And why does he trust him again?
because Ethan's a scamp.
Yeah, I think Scamp is about 6 levels a little bit too low to say what he is.
He's a scamp. He is a scamp because his things are never like... It's never super malicious.
It's just chaotic.
Yeah, he's not evil. He's like chaotic neutral. He just does it for his own fucking amusement.
Fair. Fair.
He's never, like, he doesn't go out of his way to kill people. He just wants to see what the fuck happens when he makes everybody turn into their Halloween costumes. Or turn Giles into a demon. Because he fucking can.
Let's see how he gets out of this one.
He's like a goddamn Bond villain. Actually, no, Bond villains are more competent. He's more like a Scooby-Doo villain. Which makes sense, because Scooby-Gang. Anyway, until then, I'm Paul.
Dave.
I'm Justin.